Running a locksmith business means being ready to help customers in urgent situations, but without a strong online presence, potential clients may never find you. A professional website is essential for showcasing your services, building trust, and making it easy for customers to contact you when they need help. Without one, you risk losing jobs while competitors show up in search results and get the calls that you need for your business. So today I'm gonna walk you through how to create a locksmith website that positions you as a trusted expert, attracts more customers, and increases your bookings. Plus, I'll also reveal the #1 mistake that most locksmiths make and how to fix it in just a few minutes. Now, the first step in building your locksmith website is choosing the right website platform. And while there are many options out there, my top recommendation is Wix. Now, with over a decade of experience in website building, I can confidently say that Wix is the best choice for locksmiths. It's incredibly user-friendly, it's mobile optimized, and it offers everything that you need, like service listings, customer testimonials, and even online booking to generate leads and to grow your business. Plus, Wix is completely free to try, so you can start building your site without any upfront costs. So to begin, go ahead and click on the link right up here, or check out the link in the description below. And go ahead and click on that link and we'll get started. Okay, so assuming that you clicked on that link, we're gonna go ahead and be brought to this page right here. And what I need you to do, go ahead and put in your best email address that you wanna use for the website. Go ahead and put that in and go ahead and click on Start Now. And this is gonna be a page that you're gonna be brought to. Now, all you need to do is just repeat your email again and then put a password in here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll go ahead and click on Sign Up. You can also continue with Google or Facebook if you prefer, but I definitely prefer email. I think it's just a better way of doing it. And then you're gonna be brought to this page here. So who are you creating your website for? Just go ahead and click on For Myself, My Business, or a Friend. Click on Continue from there. And then you're gonna be brought to this page. Now you may think like, oh, I don't wanna have a chat with AI and blah, blah, blah. No, you actually do. And the reason is because this will actually do a lot of the heavy lifting in the build out process and just make your life a lot easier. So we're gonna go ahead and click on Start Chat. I do not recommend that you skip this part. Let's go ahead and start the chat. So first, tell me what your site is all about. Okay, so I have a local locksmith business and want to build a website. And then it asks, what would you like to name your website? So obviously just put your business name in here. I'm just gonna put Ronnie the Locksmith. My name is Ron, by the way. So I'll just put something generic, Ronnie the Locksmith, and go ahead and click Next. And it asks, what type of content would you like to feature on your website? And I'm kind of taking that as what pages do I want? So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. Okay, so I put homepage, services, testimonials, about, contact, and a blog page as well. Go ahead and click Next. Now it asks, do you have any additional goals for your website, such as capturing leads or selling locksmith products? I'm not gonna be selling any products, but I definitely do wanna capture leads, so let's tell it that. And I'd like to capture leads, yes, but I will not be selling products, so we'll click Next. And what is your unique selling point as a locksmith? And I have been in business for 15 years, I'm certified and bonded, and I have hundreds of happy customers. Go ahead and click on Next. And next it says that we are all set. So we can go ahead and click on Go to Dashboard. I just want to say on the right side, it's kind of cool because you can kind of see what the AI understands about your site, including your target audience, etc. So we're gonna go ahead and click on Go to Dashboard from here. And after you click on that, it's gonna take a minute to actually set this all up. But it will basically go in and set everything up on the back end for you. So just give it some time to do what it needs to do. Now, what you're gonna be brought to here after it's all done loading and everything is this page. And this page is basically the back end. It's the CMS, the content management system of your site. So this is essentially the administrative portal, right? You'll see this as the administrator, but people who visit your site, they'll never see this stuff. So what we wanna do here, I wanna go over the CMS and explain it to you briefly so that you understand everything. But before we even dive into that, I know you're most interested in actually getting a site up, right? Because that's why you're watching this. So I'm gonna show you how quickly that can happen. So on the top right here, you can see Design Site. Let's go ahead and click on that button there. And here it says, how would you like to design your website? Would you like to customize a template? Or would you like to generate a design with AI? Now, I do not, even though I wanted you to have that conversation earlier with AI, I do not recommend that you generate a design with AI. I just haven't had very good experience with it. So I actually don't like that. I like to pick a template. Now, the thing to understand, if you're thinking, well, I don't want to do a template, I want to do a really unique look. Here's the thing to understand. Most websites on the internet, especially locksmiths, many local businesses, they use templates, right? They use a template to create kind of the shell of the site. And then you can customize the template fully, right? So you can customize all the colors, the images, the fonts, everything. But having a template is really easy to work from and just makes your life a whole lot easier when it comes to building a site. So we're going to say to customize a template and pick a template. That's what we're going to choose here. That makes the most sense for us. Now, when you come into here, you can see on the top, pick the website template that you love. We see Locksmith. That's what it has for us. But the interesting thing is there is no Locksmith, usually right here. There is no Locksmith template tutorial, specifically Locksmith. That's, well, actually, I'm sorry. There's one right here. I almost missed it. I was going to say it's okay anyway, because you're really picking the skeleton of the site. You're not picking the actual site right now. You're picking the skeleton of the site. So what you really want to do is look at this from, the vantage point of, okay, can I adjust this site to be what I really want? And just kind of look at the overall look of it in general, right? So like, I like this home improvement company one here. And I recommend that you pick 3 of them, right? So we're going to click view on that one. We'll obviously click view on the Locksmith, right? Because that's going to be good. And then we'll go to page 2 and we'll see if there's any others. There's a mechanic and a carpenter. We're going to do this mechanic one because I like how it had trust right in the front. Okay. So we're going to go into here. We're going to close all these out. Looking to each of them. Okay. So we are all set here. Now, we want to look at these again from a skeleton standpoint to understand which one do we really like. Okay. So this one, again, we're going to have to adjust this one heavily because it's the Locksmith. Let's get a phone number up here, which is good. Get a free quote, which you could say contact now, or I guess get a free quote if you want to do that. Phone number here, call now, any job, we will fix it. Obviously this could, we could change this to your Locksmith needs answered immediately or something like that. Home services, about, contact, handy gang. Obviously we can change the logo. So this is actually pretty good. Our services, I think this is good. You can adjust this to all the different Locksmith services that you offer and adjust that, look to it. So that's good. Who we are. So you explain who you are, everything about you, etc. So that's good. That'd be easy. Happy customers, same thing. And then contact us 24/7. It's actually a pretty simple site. This one would work. We'd have to adjust some images and some text, but this one would work. Okay, so this next one has a little bit of a different approach. So lock and key professional locksmith. I mean, you gotta like that image, right? I think it's a good image. Locksmith services and security solutions, call the number. I like how they have this residential, commercial, automotive, about us, and contact. Most popular services. Okay, so they have all the different, information about popular services they offer. Where they serve clients, which is definitely good. Again, the phone number, where we can help, areas of expertise, residential, commercial, automotive. Okay, this one I can just tell what makes this different. This is going to be hard to beat because it's already built out for a locksmith, right? So it's going to be hard to beat. We got the testimonials here, and then we got this on the bottom. So that's a good one. This one's definitely good. And you can click all the different pages if you want, but I'm pretty happy with what I see so far. And the last one is technically a mechanic website, but a mechanic you can trust. You can obviously change this to a locksmith that you can trust. Change the image behind here to a lock and you'd be all set. Experienced mechanics, quality service, affordable prices, experienced locksmith, you can change that. Fix it up in a jiffy. We'll get you on, we'll fix your issue or your locking issues in a jiffy, whatever, something like that would be fine. Find out more. Links to brands. I don't really love that. Are you interested in our services? No. This one's an immediate loser. And I would say between these two, I'm going to go ahead and say, this one would definitely work if you want to use this look instead. But it's hard to not go with this locksmith one, right? Because it's already customized for a locksmith. So you could do this. And again, if you're thinking like, oh, everyone who's watching this tutorial is going to do this particular website design, it's not true. I know a lot of people will try different things. You can technically have the AI chat, but I like this a lot. I think this is good. And we can always change it to make it, give it our own look. So we're going to click edit this site. And that is the template that we're going to go with. Okay. So now again, we're just using the template. This isn't everything, but it'll actually get us, really started here. And after we click on that, it's going to take a minute to actually set up. Okay. So once it's all done, you actually click in. We technically have a website. You technically have a website just by doing that, right? Technically. All you need to do at any time, go ahead and click on publish. And after we have clicked on publish, we can click on view site right here. And this URL, you can give this URL to anybody, this website URL, and they will be able to look at your site. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, that's a really ugly URL. And you're right. And also there's this weird, ad, I guess you could say on top. To get rid of that, Wix does require you to upgrade to their premium plan. But their premium plans are honestly very affordable. Plus it includes security and hosting and the domain name for free for a year. It's actually a pretty good deal. I don't want to pressure you with it, but They do have, like right here, you can see 50% off. They have those limited time offers when you sign up. So yeah, I would highly recommend that you do it if you're interested in this, but I don't want to push on it now, right? We'll just go through the whole design here. Okay, so talking through the design. Now, here's what we want to do, right? We've got this right here. This is really the home page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each and every one of these. Now, the thing to understand about a website, when you go to here, let's go to 100% first off. When you go to a website, what you really want to do is work on the header and the footer first. So the header is the top part, the footer is the bottom part, and then each page individually has that middle part, okay? The header is the one that has navigation. So we want to make sure that we get that right first, because that's going to carry over to every other page in the website. Okay, so going to here, let's talk about the header first. So this right now is Benji's Lock and Key, 24/7 professional locksmithing services. I think that's good. 24/7 is really good because a lot of people will want a locksmith 24/7. That's why they call a locksmith, because they're locked out. We've got Benji's Lock and Key. Obviously, you can adjust the logo, the name. You could just click. You can adjust this to whatever you want. Okay, one of the best part about Wix is that when you click up to here, I just changed it to hello there. You can basically change this to anything you want, and you can also just click and drag, right? Like this is the name and the logo, and you may already have your own name and logo, but it's really simple to adjust things in Wix, which is nice. It just allows for that click and drag stuff. So, but for right now, let's focus on this, right? So we've got this cart icon right here, which it doesn't really make sense to have a shopping cart. So we'll just click there and delete. Okay, and then what we also have, we have residential, commercial, automotive, right? About us, contact, book online, and blog. Now, even when I was breaking this down, I was saying, hey, we should probably have a few different pages, one of them just being services. This one has broke it down into residential, commercial, and automotive. I don't think that's bad. I would say that you can either have a services page that breaks all this down, or you can have residential, commercial, and automotive separately. I actually like this a little bit more because people who are, like locked out of their car, they're going to click on automotive because that's what they're really interested in. So I think this is actually a good design, but you could have just a services page if you wanted. But this, for right now, I'm okay with that. About us is good. Contact is good. Book online. I don't think that really makes a lot of sense because we're not going to really allow people to book their appointment directly online. It just doesn't make sense, especially if you're a locksmith. You probably want to get to a situation to where they can call you and book right away, right? Just a lot of emergency stuff. But if you want to leave book online, what this allows you to do, and I'll actually click on preview, what it allows you to do is it makes it so that people can click book online. And if you offer, key duplication or lockout service, these sort of things, they can click on book now, and then they can actually choose a time on your schedule directly. And you control this calendar completely. So it's actually pretty cool what it offers. But in this instance, I don't think it makes a ton of sense, right? So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to remove the book online. I just don't really think it makes sense. So let's go to manage menu. And we are just going to click to hide from menu. And we'll get rid of that right now. So you've got residential, commercial, automotive, about us, contact, blog. And we do need a testimonial page. That's going to be key. Granted, you want to have testimonials all over your site, but we want to have a testimonial page. So I'm just going to click to add a page. And I'm going to go to general here. You can do a blank page, but I like using templates, just makes it easier. So I'm going to go to here, and you can just choose one that you kind of like. It actually doesn't matter much because we're going to add a testimonial section later. So I'll show you how to do that. But this is going to be the page. So we'll just put testimonials. We'll do that. And then we want to make sure that this is adjusted. So we've got residential, commercial, automotive, testimonials, about us, contact, and blog. Instead of about us, I'd say we could just do about. I don't really think that we need to do about us, right? I'm done. Okay. So we've got all those pages now. Okay. And that's going to be good for the actual navigation. Again, residential, commercial, automotive, you could just have a services page, just one page, but I kind of like how they did this with this theme. So I'm just going to leave it exactly as it is there. Now let's go back to the home page. Not that it matters because we're editing, the header and footer. So we've got this home page here. We can adjust this phone number. Just obviously just put your phone number in here. It's really simple, whatever your phone number is. You can adjust that. And then the header is pretty much good, right? I would say that's pretty good. Now I want to go down to the footer, which is down here. This is the footer. Again, you would want to adjust this logo, etc. Here it's got residential, commercial, automotive, about us, and contact. I think that's all good. We've got the phone number. Again, you just click, double click, and change the phone number. That's easy to do. If you don't like the fonts or whatever, you can just, you can see, you can click and change it to whatever you want. I think the font is pretty nice, but you can adjust it whatever you want. Email address. Follow us on social media so you can set your social links. Now, I don't know, as a locksmith, how many social media things you want to have or where you're really active, but it's really simple to change it. This one, for instance, was on Yelp. You just click here and you can change the Yelp link and they'll go directly there. But if you want to change it, you can. And then over here, powered and secured by Wix. We don't need that. There's just no reason to get that. So let's go ahead and get this and click that out of there. Okay, so that is everything you need there. They've also got right here this is actually something that's like a live chat / inbox. So people can click that and leave a message, and then it'll go directly in your inbox if you want to keep that. Because it is important for locksmiths to have it. I'm going to say yes, but if you don't want it, you can go ahead and just click it and click delete, and that'll take care of that. But this pretty much takes care of the header and the footer. We're already done, right? Now, I will say, I know, some of you may be watching this and think, well, Ron, that's cool and all, but I don't necessarily love that we have the same color as everyone else, right? Like everything was the same color. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, let's change the background and let's change it to a different, well, actually, we can just click here. Let's change it to a different color, right? So let's say that we want to do this red. Let's say that we want to go with that red, okay? So now we've got that. That's all set up there. And then we want to change the background of this one, the image, and we'll change it to red. Again, because I know some of you are going to watch this and say, well, I don't want to have the exact same looking. Okay, no problem, fair point. We can click to all these and just change the background. You can see how I'm doing it. It's very simple to do. And just change it to red, right? Now all of a sudden our site has a whole different feel, right? It's not black anymore. And you could do the same thing down here. You get the point. The point is it's really easy to adjust the look of a site. It may seem intimidating, but with Wix, they make it really, really easy. But that all said, I think that the header and the footer is all good here. Okay, so going back here into the CMS, let's get into the CMS. I just want to talk really quick about everything you need to know within the CMS and what it does, right? So we have the setup and home, which is pretty self-explanatory. Getting paid, if you want to offer a thing where people can actually pay you online, you can do that directly. And actually set that up. Booking calendar. So if you want to offer people a way to book on your calendar directly, I don't think this is easy with emergency services, but if you offer any specific, situations where they can book you ahead of time, like for security things, or if just a lot, like if you need locks changed, things like that, they can actually set that up in the booking calendar. And you can give them full access to that. I'll show it in a little bit. Sales, not really relevant here. It's like gift cards, those sort of things. Catalog, again, if you offer any booking services. So if you have a service, like if it's like, if you need your locks changed, 5 to 10 locks will be this price. If you had those prices nailed down, you can offer booking services. Blog, this is where you'll actually manage your blog if you keep one. Apps, this is where you're going to have information about different apps in the app market that Wix actually offers. This is really good. So this has live chat, but a good example I always use is if you don't have live chat, you can go to the app market. You could just click something, bring in live chat, really simple. It's not that easy with websites usually, but Wix makes it that easy. So that's the app section. Site mobile app, this is really SEO. And if you need logo and branding, it actually helps here. So that's good. Inbox, if people submit contact form inquiries, you'll get that there. Customers and leads, basically a place that'll have all your information about forms and submissions, all that in one place. Marketing, if you need that, we won't go over that here, but if you need that information, it's there. Analytics to help you understand how people are visiting your site and what they're looking at on your site when they're there. Automation, settings, CMS, this all gets a little bit more advanced. We're not going to cover it much here, but that is all other stuff that you can use if need be. Your homepage is the first thing that customers see, so it needs to be clear and professional. You want to highlight your locksmith services, your response time, and your service area. A strong call to action like, call now for 24/7 locksmith services should be front and center to encourage immediate action. So now we want to jump into the actual homepage, okay? So the homepage, what do we have here? So Ronnie the Locksmith, your trusted locksmith. Obviously, to change the text here. This image is actually pretty awesome, but I do want to show you something cool. So we're going to change the background, okay? And there's different things that we can do here. We're going to change background. First, I'm going to go to video, right? And I'm going to see if there's a way to add a video here, a free video. You can buy videos on Shutterstock, but we'll just do a video here. We're going to say locking door. So I'm not really 100% sure. Okay. So we're going to see here, let's go with that one. This is actually perfect for what I want to show. So we're going to change the background. Now we'll save it, save and continue. And let's click on preview. So now what's going to happen is when people visit your site, they actually see this nifty, there should be a video. Let me go back to editor here. Let me actually publish and then let's view the site. I might have to have it on a live site. Let's see. Okay, view site. There we go. So you see how the video is there and it's actually showing somebody unlocking a door. Pretty cool. It looks kind of fancy for a Locksmith website, right? Pretty cool stuff. So that we can do that. Or let's say that you think, well, you know, that's cool and all, but I don't really want to do a video. I want to do something different. You can actually change the background. This is something that's important to understand. So Wix offers this really cool thing. We can go into here, media from Wix. We can get, keys. We could just look, oh, okay, here's a good image. Here's a good image. There's a lot of good images. But if you want to, you can actually do an AI image creator. Okay. So we're going to do photo. Okay. So we're going to put locksmith unlocking a car door with a dog stuck in the back seat. So we're going to create the image. And what this will do, AI will actually create this image for you. Now, I want to say these AI images, they aren't always perfect at first. You may have to regenerate them a few times. But the cool part here is that if you create this image, you don't have to give any attribution to anyone. You don't have to pay for the images. It's all made through AI. So let's see what it came up with. Okay, that is terrible. That's an awful image. We'll create it one more time. Okay, another terrible image. This just doesn't work. And I changed it to locksmith unlocking a car door from the outside of the car with a dog stuck in the back seat. So let's try that one more time. Okay, that's definitely not it. We'll do one more. Okay, this image is also terrible. This just wasn't a great example. I'm sorry. But usually it's actually pretty cool because you can create AI images that actually work. But in this case, we couldn't get a good image. So I'm just gonna leave this. This was not a good example. And I guess we could just keep the video, right? Because that video I feel like is pretty cool. It looks pretty good. But the homepage, okay, so we take care of that. That's all taken care of. Here they can call, they can click to call. That's good. Our services, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, you want to include all your services. As a locksmith, I mean, I think this is a good amount of services that are listed here. Obviously, you can remove any ones that you don't offer. Like if you don't do security systems integration, you can delete that, whatever. 24/7, serving clients in your local area. Obviously, you would want to change this to serving clients in, the Chicago area or whatever it is. Chicago area and suburbs, whatever local area you are, that's important to have that here. And again, there's a lot of calls to action to call us because I think with Locksmith, it's you can have contact forms and we do have it on the site, but it's a lot more likely that someone's going to want to call because I feel like emergency services are a big number of the calls, right? So then why choose Ronnie the Locksmith? I think this is good where we excel residential, commercial, and automotive. I mean, this is just a good design site. It really is. This part's a little weird, right? I don't really get it. So I'm just going to click here and delete. I don't like this section. I just don't, it doesn't add anything really. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that section. Okay. So why Ronnie the Locksmith stands out, talk about all the different things that are good about you, good images, right? I think this is all good. Again, you can just click to change any of the images. If you don't like the design and you think, this is stupid, I want to move this here, you could do that too. One of the beauties of Wix is you could just click and drag to change it to however you want it to look, right? That's really cool. Now, it may look simple. If you try to do that with a website on, like WordPress, something like that, you're going to need a developer. You can't just click and drag around. That's not something you can do. Wix makes it easy, right? And then we get the customer reviews here. I think these are good. Definitely a good place to keep them. You may even want to move this section up, but I think it's overall good. And then here we've got the footer that we already took care of. So I think this is a pretty good homepage. I'm going to go ahead and click on save again. I think this is a pretty good homepage. I think that we're pretty much set with the homepage, and I would be happy with moving forward with this homepage from here. Next is the services page. Now this is where you break down what you offer. So common locksmith services include emergency lockouts, lock repair, rekeying, key duplication, smart lock installation, and commercial security upgrades. Now for each service, you want to provide a brief description so customers know exactly how you can help them. You also want to include a request service button to make sure that it's easy for your customers to take action as well. Okay, so the services page, again, this theme has residential, commercial, and automotive. I like that because it's really specific. So we're going to leave it. We're going to go right into residential first. And we can just look over this page. I mean, it talks about all the different things for residential. A lot of details, actually. A lot of different locks and things like that. I think that's good. I would say, obviously, all these little lines, honestly, might not really be needed. I don't know why they chose all these different lines. We could just kind of delete those. It takes a minute to delete them, but you can delete all those. You don't really need all those. But it has a lot of different lists of different things that you can do, which is good. And you can obviously go through this, add things, delete things, whatever's relevant to you. And then it has a call to action to call, which is really what you want, right? So I think this is good, right? Residential. We're going to go into commercial here to see what this one is. Commercial, probably similar. Yep, similar. The one thing I will say, the spacing is off. So we would definitely have to fix that. Really simple to fix. We just basically, I think we can actually go to here. Let's just do this. Does it allow me to drag up? No, not click and drag. Okay, so we'd have to click and then, we could just do this text here. We could copy, right? We can paste, and then we would just drag this over, and we would adjust this to be the new list of whatever we wanted. So it's really easy. Just click and drag. No big problem there. And then we scroll down here, and it's actually taken care of. I mean, they call us now. It's another call to action of exactly what you need. So again, it's actually really similar to the last page, not all that different. Okay, and then this page is the automotive page. And again, it's actually really similar. Weird that all the formatting got a little bit messed up there. But again, it's really similar. It just talks about automotive. You get this image up here. Again, I like the look of these pages, right? I mean, having a services page, an individual service page is good, but this is nice because it really breaks it up. The one thing I would say on all these, maybe we would just want to do something like this. So we just take the button and we would paste a button right here, right? So that it's right up top so that the people can call us directly right then and there when they're visiting the page, right? And then we would obviously, with the button itself, we'd want to click into it. We would want to edit the design and maybe make it look like this, so it's easier, that sort of thing. But you can see this is nice in that they have a section for each of a page for each of these. But if you can have a services page, kind of the same idea. Just have a page where you concisely explain all the different things you offer, and then have a call to action for them to contact you right then and there. Next is a testimonials page. Now, since trust is crucial in the locksmith industry, a testimonials page can help reassure potential customers. You want to showcase reviews from satisfied clients and highlight your certifications, your licenses, or any memberships in any type of professional locksmith associations that you have. And if you offer guarantees on your services, make sure that you mention them here as well to build credibility. Okay, next we're gonna go to the testimonials page. So we'll go to here and we'll click on testimonials. Now this page is unique, right? Because we created it and it just has section title, page title, all that. So first thing we're gonna do, what we really wanna do here is click add section. And we want to add a testimonial section. So this page is a really general page. It's not going to be helpful for testimonials. But what we could do, let's just go to here, right? Let's just delete these sections. We don't really need these different sections. Click and delete, click and delete. Okay, click and delete. Okay, there we go. So now what we want to click on not add elements. We want to add a section, testimonials, and we will click and drag one over, right? So we've got that one right there. And we'll add another section, testimonials, and we'll click and drag this one here. So now on this page, you can see that we actually have testimonials, and we can even include images. If you can't include images, you could do something like this, right? The other thing to notice is that this is a slideshow. So you see here, we have slide 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, right? And we can adjust these to whatever we need, the names, etc. But the idea is on a testimonial page, you probably just want to have, we don't even need this. We probably just want to have something like our clients say and have this. Again, this is also a testimonial. So make sure that if you adjust one slide, you click to adjust these other slides as well. But just changing this information, again, you may not have images or, you may just say, okay, well, let's just do that, right? And you could do that, just get rid of the images, whatever your situation is. I think it looks better with images, but it's kind of a cool way of just being able to kind of click and delete. Oops, that one. Delete a little bit too much there. No problem. We'll just click on do. There we go. Delete that one. So now we've got this, right? Our clients say, all the testimonials on here. Really simple to actually create the page, but you want to use the sections area of Wix to be able to do that. So yeah, I think it's pretty simple, and I think it's pretty good. The testimonial page. Again, you can offer or you can adjust the look just by going to here and maybe choosing a different look if you want instead. But overall, pretty simple to do. The About Us page is your chance to introduce yourself and your business. Share your experience, what inspired you to become a locksmith, and what sets you apart from your competitors. If you're a family-owned business or have years of experience, mention that here as well to create a personal connection with your customers. Okay, next is the About page. So this is pretty simple. This is about Ronnie the Locksmith. I would recommend that you put a picture of yourself or yourself with your family, that sort of thing, so that people really know who you are. But obviously we talk about who we are here, why choose us, and then we have all these different badges, which are nice, you know, bonded, trusted, skilled, licensed, insured, etc. Service locations, we talk about all the different locations, which is good too. And then another call to action for them to call you. Again, it's just a really designed page. I don't really think that you have to reinvent the wheel here and change a lot. Again, I would definitely change this image up here. I would definitely adjust that. And then, you know, font and stuff, if you want to change it, you know, this professional is on 2 lines. You could obviously change that, a few things, but just basically keeping this really similar. The idea is just really to sell yourself, talk about what makes you good, talk about how you're going to help them. And most people, when they need a locksmith, they just need a locksmith. So if you're available, you have decent reviews, they're probably going to pick you. So just making sure that you keep that in mind when you're setting this all up. Next is a contact page. So make it easy for customers to reach you. Your contact page should include your phone number, your email, service hours, and a contact form for non-urgent inquiries. And if you offer 24/7 emergency locksmith services, make sure that that's clearly stated. Adding a call to action button for mobile users is also a great way to encourage quick action, which is what it's all about when it comes to locksmiths. Okay, the contact page, again, pretty simple, right? Self-explanatory. Here they have location, phone, email, and then they have this right here, which actually is a map. Now, to adjust this map, pretty easy to do, right? You just click into here, you click Manage Locations, and then you can adjust your actual address so that people can find you on a map, which is helpful. Also right here, you'll see there's something weird. It says add a form. So to add a form, to get a contact form, we're gonna click on Edit Form. Really simple to do. Again, Wix just makes it easy. So after we click on Edit Form, it'll load for a second. And then we're met with this page. So really what we want is first name, last name, their email address, maybe their phone number, maybe not. And then long answer, because you wanna know what they need help with. With long answer, we'll change this to, how can we help you? Okay. And then that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and click on Save, close us out. Here, it's still not here. We'll click on it again. Settings. And we will click to My Form. And there you go. Now the form is already here. Now it is a little bit weird because we need to actually space this a little bit. So let's click and drag this down. There we go. So that they can actually do that. We may need, we may need to adjust this strip, this column, bring this down a little bit, right? Because we want to make, well, I guess we could go all the way down to here. We want to make sure that everything looks good. But overall, that is a good contact form. First name, last name, email, phone. How can we help you? Then they have that. And there you go. That was easy. Now they can, within the contact page, see all your information. But more importantly, they can submit a contact form if they need to, and you should be good to go. And the next page is optional, but it's a blog or kind of a security tips page. So this page can help you rank higher in search results and establish yourself as a knowledgeable locksmith. You can write about topics like, how to prevent lockouts, best smart locks for homeowners, or what to do if you lose your keys. These articles can attract potential customers who are searching for locksmith-related advice online. And then the last page is going to be the blog. Now this one's a little bit unique, but I think it's actually pretty much a good idea to utilize this. So with a blog, the thing to understand is that you have a blog on your page and you may think like, why would I really want to blog? Well, number one, it'll make you an expert. It'll be an expertise to the people that are visiting the site. And number two, it'll help you get more, views from search engines. Now a blog, the way it works, so there's a blog page, which is what we see here. This is the blog page. And then every one of these things that are in it are a blog post. So every time that you write a post, it'll come to the top of this blog page here, okay? Really simple the way it works. But we're gonna click in here and we're gonna click on Manage Posts. And the way that this actually works, it'll bring you back into the CMS, the content management system that we talked about. And it's going to actually bring you into here. And what it's going to do is it is going to make it so that you can just, create a new post, write a blog post, and then it will automatically push to the blog page. So to actually create a new post, we're going to click on Edit here just to show you what a finished one looks like. And this is going to be what it actually looks like when you have a blog post. Basically, you have the title up here, the content here, the image here, and that's it. And then when you click on publish, it'll automatically go to the top of the blog. So that when someone comes into your blog, or into your website rather, and they click on blog, this page, your top post, and then they click into it, and they can actually read that post. So congrats, you have made it. Now, if you followed everything in this tutorial, you now have your very own Locksmith website. And while there will always be things to tweak over time, you've built a very strong foundation that makes it very easy for customers to find and trust you. This website, it'll give you the visibility that you need to grow your locksmith business. Oh, and remember that big mistake that I mentioned earlier? Well, spoiler alert, it's actually not about the website at all. So the number one mistake that most locksmiths make is not using email marketing effectively. Many people assume that, once someone visits the website, they'll call right away. But that's not always the case, right? Customers may browse multiple options before making a decision. And email marketing, it helps you stay top of mind. So you can collect emails through your contact form and send follow-ups with security tips, special discounts, and seasonal reminders about lock maintenance. A well-timed email can turn a one-time customer into a loyal client. Now, to make this process easier, I recommend using Brevo, which integrates seamlessly with Wix and makes email automation very simple. So you can go ahead and click right up here or check the link in the description to try that for free as well. Your Locksmith website is more than just an online presence. It's a powerful tool for attracting customers, building trust, and growing your business. Now, if you found this helpful, please hit the like button. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, as I'd love to help you create a site that drives more calls and makes your locksmith business stand out. Thanks for watching.